Hi guys, welcome to Freeman Dive. So I'm gonna show you a little secret that most people get this wrong, and I just want to show you so that you might find it easier when you encounter this problem. So I was designing this site for one of my clients, and as you can see, when I click this get started button, we can see that we have this nice overlay that comes from the right side, and the user can easily put in their details and then they can do what they're supposed to do. And then when I click outside, it goes out. But now when I was trying to design this footer part, which let me show you. So the footer part has the same button, and what I wanted is I wanted the user to have the same experience. When they click this, we have this overlay. But as you can see, I'm clicking it and it's not working. And why is it not working? I realized that the reason why it's not working is because, as you can see, this part here, which is my hero page, is just a section. It's just a normal layer, as you can see. But when I scroll all the way down to this footer bit, let me show you this footer. This is actually a component. So if I want to mess around with the button so that when I click this button, we have this nice overlay. And so what I need to do is I need to double click this and go all the way directly to this component. And so what happens here is we have this button and I can easily add an overlay. So normally what most people do, and also what I did, is I came all the way to this home button here and I click this overlay, which is the one that is already designed with every transition, and I just stayed, let me copy this. So I hold Control C on my Windows, and then I went all the way till this component, and I said if I just paste it below this button, then the overlay will just happen, just as we've seen on the main canvas. But what happens, you can see when I go back to my page and I view my website, let's just see if it works. Okay, so if I scroll all the way down to this bit and I click get started, it's not working. So how do we fix this? The first thing you need to realize is the difference between pasting an overlay inside a component like this one. It won't work. It won't work because this component is just a component. It's not on the main page of our website. So I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna show you what we need to do. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to come to this button and we need to create an interaction, because essentially the user is going to be interacting with this button. So I'm gonna come and click here an interaction, and as you can see, we have a new transition and we have a new event. So we're gonna click new event, and then the event that wanna happen is open overlay. So I'm gonna call it open overlay. So essentially we have created an event and we've called it open overlay. But what exactly does this event do? So we need now to come to my homepage and we need to define what that specific event does. So again, I'm gonna come back to my homepage and I'm gonna grab my overlay, which is this one. I'm gonna hold Control C and I'm gonna come all the way to my footer part, and I'm now going to Control V inside this footer. So I just pasted this overlay inside my footer. So I'm gonna notice what happens here. On this overlay properties panel, we have this show on open overlay. So this open overlay is the event that we had defined when we click our button. So this now should work perfectly. So if I go back to now my page and I scroll all the way down to my footer, the one that we're trying to fix, and so if I click this, notice what happens. So let me click it. Okay, let's just reload this page. I don't know what's happening. okay, we have a problem, it's not yet clicking. So let's go back and see why this is not working. If I go to my footer and I click here open overlay, notice that it will show on open overlay, so this should work well. So let's just see it again, see why it's not working. So I'm gonna scroll all the way down and I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna click this get started. It's not working. Why isn't it not working? Let's go back to my event here and make sure the click is on open overlay and the action is on click open overlay. This is good. So we already put up the event. Let me just refresh my frame. Probably there is something wrong. Let me just refresh it and see if it's gonna adjust. Just give me a minute to refresh frame, because sometimes you find you're doing something and then there is this, things are not working as you intended to do, but you've done everything okay. So let's just wait and see. So now I'm gonna click this, I'm gonna see my website and see what we have here. So if I click this again, this works well, but now let's see if we're gonna see the outcome that we intended when we click our footer. So again, when I click my footer, nice, so you see it works really well and the user can fill in their information in their pages, and yeah, so this is pretty good. So as you can see, again, number one, always remember that when you're designing a component, always add an event to the button. And again, sometimes you might know that you've done it good and unfortunately just Framer needs a refresh for you to see it happening again. So that's it for today's video. This is Framer Dive. My name is Joe, and I will see you again in the next video.